Greetings from Scouse Farm, and I am in or at a little place where they keep alpacas, and it's the HAREFIELD group of businesses. There's 4 independent businesses just off the junction 7 of the M62, so very close to Liverpool on the way up towards Warrington. Just for reference, I think if I lean over a bit, zoom in, you'll see like the Runcorn power station over that way. Should be able to see the top of the big chimneys there. And it's also a windy day, so there are a few sheltered spots that I'm going to walk into, but I'll have to move the camera around because I've got to walk through a cafe to get back out, and I don't want to get anyone's faces on the camera because it is very busy. But the alpacas are in the field, so I'll have a little look to see if I can find them. And this is where they are when they're back in the paddock, as it was. So they've got loads of little places to hide, and I imagine that's where they sleep or something, or get fed. And there's a little information plaque about them. I'm not going to read it all, but you can see, I think, information about them on the website. But there's a fair few of them here, and they use the fleece, which is apparently the softest fleece you can get from an animal or something or other, or it's very well sought after. They make socks and all sorts of things out of it. And there you can see one of the bad boys getting sheared there. So all of that fleece is quite expensive, a lot more sought after than sheep wool. And I did call it a llama by accident, but here's a little you can zoom in on that one. But the difference between an alpaca and a llama, according to these, is the alpacas are all lovely, nice and mild, and the llamas are evil, and they hide razor blades in the fleece, listen to heavy metal, and are constantly drunk and will kill you the first chance they get. So stay away from llamas if you ever see them. And on another note, apparently the alpacas are part of the camel lid family, which is also a world first for Liverpool, another world first, because when Charles Darwin was writing or researching his On the Origin of Species book, the designation of camels was when he was walking around Liverpool, and he'd seen what is a camel and pointed to this camel and said to a fella, "What's that?" And he went, "It's a camel lid." So that's where the name and the origin comes from. So the first ever camel was in Liverpool, according to Charles Darwin. That's going to go over a few people's heads if they're not from Liverpool, but hopefully a few of the Scousers get it, because it's a camel lid. Right, I'm going to walk through the cafe now, hopefully not catch anyone's face, but you've got a gift shop out the back here as well, if you want to buy some of all of these like garden pots and things. And I'll go around the front so you can see it. But you walk through the cafe now, that's the car park out the front, and that's where I'm going to go into. So I'll point the camera up. So that was a nice look at the roof there. That's why it's called a barn, because it is a barn. But I had the tip off from one of the fellas who's running one of the businesses here that if I go out onto this main road, I might be able to see the llamas in the field. Llamas, alpacas, see, I've done it myself. Oh. And it is busy. So if you do want to sample the breakfasts, I suggest you get here early, just as it's opening. Not far off the motorway junction, and that's what it looks like when you're driving past. It's got very good reviews for the food, so if you are stopping by, they've got a breakfast and a lunch menu, and I'll leave a link down below for anyone if you want to read up on the business itself. And let's see if, oh, here they are. Let's see if I can zoom in there. I don't think I can climb over. We've got our alpacas there in the background. Oh no, the gate's locked. Can't even get in. Right, I'll do my best to show you. He's looking at me. And they're the Australian alpacas, apparently, which are better to shear. And they have, as mentioned before, a very, very soft fleece that's used to make all sorts of clothing and other things. So I'm going to get in off the busy road now. And as it is a load of independent businesses, there are different parts that you can go in. So they're not all owned by one group. So the gift barn is separate, and that's just as you get in off the car park. Then you've got the coffee barn, which is where you've just been through the back of onto that beautiful terrace. And then it's closed now, but we've got a butcher's because the fella is away on holiday, and it's the summer holidays for those watching outside of the UK. It's the time of year when all the kids are off school, so a lot of people go away on holiday. But it is busy, and it is constantly busy, which is brilliant, because that means that independent businesses are doing well, and that's all we want in our little city and country, is for less corporates, or anyway what I want is less corporates and more independence. And we're going to go and see Robbie now. Or not see Robbie, because he's not going on camera, he's a bit shy, but Robbie runs all of the flowers, or part of the flowers. And you've got Faye, who's also not going on camera, but that's inside the florist bit. So if you want it, and there's something called, I think, Interflora or something that they use. So it was explained to me, similar to a Western Union, that if you want to send flowers or give flowers to someone on the other side of the world, so we'll just use Australia for example, then you can pick out, if you wanted to send one of these plants to someone in Australia, you use the Interflora system, and then they get that flower sent to the person in the country from a florist close to them. So you don't literally physically package this flower up and send it to Australia. You just send a message, and then I imagine a little fee is taken, and then one of the cooperatives over in Australia will package it up and send it to who you want it to go to, which is fantastic. Oh, they're beautiful, them. These primula, look at them, beautiful. And although it is windy, it's a stunning day. Bit of cloud cover, so it's not too hot. What have we got here? We've got Lavandula, compact iris, and as my theory goes, anything purple is a magnet for bees and pollinators. You can see there we've got some little skinny bees going to work on there. Look at that. Everything purple in my garden attracts bees, and some of the other colour flowers don't. If they've got an option of landing on a purple flower, that seems to be what they want to do. So we've got yellow flowers next to purple flowers in my garden, and they're always on the purple ones, the salvia, and they don't land on the rudbeckia as much. But this is good for the bees because they're out in force today. There's another shy person who doesn't want to go on camera. And as mentioned, the butcher's is there. You can get yourself some locally sourced meat, but he is away on holiday, but apparently he's back next week, so you can start coming down here if you want. And at the bottom end we've got the garden centre. So this is where I mentioned I spoke to Robbie before, and he's happy to let me film. So if you want to look at all the plants and the flowers and discuss the Interflora thing, then that is inside this building here. It's round the back. Ooh. even more. So a little grotto, you just come out the back, loads more. And you know where people, you go to your garden centres and your supermarkets and things, but you know, I've bought things for high prices from garden centres because I used to fall for the advertising that they grow them better and look after them better and things, and it's just nonsense, absolute nonsense. You can get something from a supermarket that just looks like it's about to snuff it, and it'll do just as well as some other plants that you've bought that's supposed to have been looked after all its life, and they charge you about 4 times what they should for it. So it's nice to support local businesses as well. So if you are in the Liverpool area and you're looking at padding out your garden with some new plants and trees, then I'd suggest, yes, sometimes you might pay a bit extra when you shop independently, but it does help them thrive and keeps the corporations away from complete domination, which has happened a lot in a lot of facets of modern life. No matter where you go, no matter what sign you see above a door, if you scratch the surface, you'll find it leads back to a very small group of people who own the corporations. There's loads to choose from. And we're back out where we started. There's the little llama section there. Alpaca. I've done it again. See, they've put the word llama in my head now and I can't get it out. But they're alpacas. And then in the bottom at the back, there's the often overlooked wood workshop, and if you want to go and have a memorial done or some sort of plaque made up in wood by an actual master carpenter craftsman, then this is where you go. And that's run by Roger and Dorothy, and they're happy to talk on camera, so we're going to go and actually say hello to someone. And that, for reference, from the car park, come through towards the flower part, and then in the corner this is where you get the Woodcraft section. It looks like an albizia. Let's see if I'm right or if I'm completely wrong. Oh, look at that! How good am I? It's an albizia. Beautiful tree. And that was genuine. That's not cheating just because I've been in here before. That's a genuine, correct plant for once. You usually get them all wrong. Or people drop in the comments like what it is I'm looking at. I just completely misname or don't know. And there's a load of tree ferns. These things, yes, they're expensive, but they're expensive everywhere. But they are fantastic for a small space because they stay quite compact on the base, the trunk, and then if they, as you can see, they fan out massively at the top. So they're great to make a small space look larger. Well, let's get ourselves in to the wood workshop, and there's just a little glance at the sort of things that can be done if you want to commission yourself an individual unique piece of art. We've got vehicle stuff, football stuff, memorials, and I'm going to look at getting something done for macro. So for those who've watched the channel, you know in May I lost my beloved cat, so I need to think about getting something. The girls in work were brilliant and got me a macro keyring, which is, it goes everywhere with me. It goes up Mount Snowdon when I go on my walks in Wales. It goes everywhere with me. But I need something for the house as well. And I think a nice little wood memorial of macro will be on the cards. So I'll pop you inside now. Oh yeah, you're cleaning up for me.
Hello.
You're cleaning up. And this is Dorothy. Say hello, Dorothy.
Hello, this is my job Saturday morning, sweeping up.
Sweeping up. And Roger, if I've got it right.
The mess that I make, yeah.
And it is Roger. See, I've remembered. It's been about 15 minutes since I spoke to you, so I'm quite surprised I've remembered. And I've just mentioned then that because this is a load of independent businesses, some people might not know that this is down the bottom. So
Yes.
they do now because I've walked down and shown how to get to it from the car park.
Yeah.
So if you want to tell me about the business, can you?
Yeah, actually, it's our son's business.
Your son's business.
He has a day off on Saturday with the children at home, so we're the Saturday team that man the premises on the Saturday.
And is Matthew? Is it?
It's Matthew.
Yes.
And is he the carpenter, or is that you as
he's
well?
For both of
Well,
them.
he's the carpenter really. I do a lot of the design work and ideas.
Good.
Well, no, he has ideas, lots of ideas as well. Most of the stuff we do is bespoke. Certainly the furniture, the benches, the tables that we make to order. Although some of the garden furniture, the big items, we do buy in, and everything else we make here.
The arbour in the background there,
The arbour,
that's
yeah,
whatever it
sweet
is.
seats,
But the stools and
stools,
benches they
benches.
make.
Oh, what's that doing here? Oh, get that off. Nearly broke the lens there. Can't have that.
He makes them
Yeah.
grudgingly.
As I say, we make things to order. We haven't refused anybody anything yet, but we are reluctant to do something.
Yeah, I think he needs to leave a little something hidden in there, like that. What is his name? Mouseman, the one who puts
That's right. Well,
John
we
Mouseman
do
or whatever. He
have
puts
a-
mice all over
Because
cathedrals.
it's Harefield.
He has his hair.
All our things have all our products have a little,
Ah.
our little logo on the back, which is a hare.
Exceptional. So that's
So-
his little signature.
That's
Yes.
his motif, yeah.
To compete with the mouse man.
One day, hopefully, we'll be able to sell things for the same price that the mouse man does.
Oh well, I think I only heard about it when someone mentioned there was one carved in the Anglican Cathedral
Yes.
at the very bottom or
Actually, yes,
something,
that's,
somewhere in a is it in a
that's
coffin
not-
or something?
It's not a wooden
That's
carving. It's on
different,
a bronze statue of the Earl of Derby, I think.
Is it? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, is it? Yeah, I think
It's like
someone
a
said it's a
memorial.
memorial of
It
some
is a
description,
memorial to the
and there's a mouse on there somewhere.
Yeah. Nothing to do with the mouse man though.
No.
Is
No,
it not
but-
to do with Mouseman? No.
No, he makes oak furniture, the mouse man.
That's what was confusing because I've seen a documentary where he's carving.
Yeah.
Someone said to him, "What was it? I'm as poor as a church mouse."
Yes.
And then Mouseman went, "Okay, I'll carve you a mouse for you."
Yeah,
And
he
then
does.
since then he
It's
just
on everything.
put mice on
Yeah.
everything he carved
Because they're like 3D, aren't they?
as a master craftsman.
Yes.
Well, you're out the picture,
good.
Dorothy. You need to get back in. You need to get back in. Get
I'll
close.
stand with my husband.
Yeah, it's like he's getting divorced. They
It's a
don't
good
need
team,
that.
The Saturday team.
Saturday.
Don't want Scouse Farm breaking up
Yeah.
a marriage.
We'll have to be Scousman, not Mouseman.
Yeah, that could be it. You know, he's a Scousman, and then he can put a mouse and a hare there.
Yeah.
But that's brilliant. So all of this, I'm just gonna have a little look around it. The smell is fantastic. Fresh cut wood,
Yeah.
and you can see that there's quite a lot of, I imagine, traditional tools used in the production process. It's not all robotized, which is
Yeah.
terrible.
Not
Everything's
a lot of hand
robotized.
tools, I have to say. It's not mainly power tools, but
Yeah, you can see offcuts, and that's brilliant. And football, as always, the football aspect of memorials is always
yeah, we even do
is always
flags.
popular. You even do Everton flags. Excellent. Well, thanks very much for talking to
No,
me.
it's nice to see you.
I'm going to walk up to the car park now, and then
Yeah.
I'll pop back down to say hello.
Okie doke.
Take care. Thank you.
Thanks, Axel. Bye.
Right, that was fantastic. So now you know where it is. It's just a bit down from, I think it's called Sandfield Strawberry Farm, which a lot of people know about, just off the junction. Literally as soon as you get off the M62 coming from Liverpool, if you are one of the original viewers from Liverpool, if you're driving out of Liverpool, junction 7 I think it is, but it's the next one after Tarbuck Island. And then as soon as you're off, you head past the strawberry farm, and then it's just here. So the Harefield group of businesses, very close, all independent. Get here early so you can get a parking space and have yourselves a great day here. So thank you all very much for watching. Have yourselves a great day on Scouse Farm. We'll see you all again soon.